Welcome to the Radio Horror Show reviews. I usually do these with Katie, the blonde in front of here, but she hasn't had a chance to see this movie Cobweb yet. And hopefully you can catch our review of Talk to Me, which is coming up later this week as well. But Cobweb was this new fantasy, dark, gothic fairy tale, which came out of nowhere, competing against Oppenheimer and Barbie. So you have two films starring two actors that have been in the Gotham kind of universe of Batman playing psychologists that have been locked up in Arkham, competing against each other at the box office. Also, different connections to Mattel toys as well, but I digress. This is the third little film that came out behind those two. And Cobweb I'd seen previews for, and was completely, unaware of what was happening in it until I found out that it was this, just unknown independent little horror movie that kind of snuck in the middle of July, starring Lizzie Kaplan and Anthony Starr. And Anthony Starr, you might know as Homelander from the Boys and such, and those are the only two big names in this film. What's that that would really point out to you? But Lizzie Kaplan, of course, is in Mean Girls, and Cloverfield, and Hot Tub Time Machine, and what was that? What was that show? Castle Rock that she did, the Stephen King show. So really, two amazing accomplished actors, as well as Cleopatra Coleman. And then I have to point out Woody Norman, who plays Peter, is fantastic. He is the little boy that is traumatized by this noise that he's hearing in his closet, and he was in the current war and the Spaceman. He was Danny, and I don't know a lot about him, but I'm a huge fan of Homelander's Anthony Starr. So, and he's very different in this movie. But anyway, this kid hears these noises in his house, and he's trying to tell his parents, and his parents think that it's nothing. This movie takes place at Halloween time too, so I recommend watching this at Halloween every year. The atmosphere of this movie was absolutely creepy and unbelievably unsettling. And the director of this movie, Samuel Bowden, did also a Batman Ashes to Ashes short film, so that's kind of funny. There's another little weird Batman tie-in for the whole weekend. But a lot of comic book references in this movie. But the credit completely goes to the creature in this film, which there is a creature in the trailer, so it's not to give it too much away, but I don't want to give it too much away about what this creature really is. It's played by this fantastically amazing actress named Deborah Wilson, who is covered in tattoos. She is beautiful. She's got tattoos all over her body. And she is, you might know her from another kind of weird horror movie, but a horror movie parody. She was Oprah in the Scary Movie 4 film, but she's also been Amanda Waller in certain Batman games. And she was also voices of many creatures in the Dead Space remake. So this woman, as well as Diablo 4, has serious connections to the horror industry in many different ways. And my chef's kiss, hats off to her for this movie. The musical tone of this film is incredibly unsettling, and this is definitely something you watch with the completely lights out. I absolutely love the fact that it takes place at Halloween, so you do have this entire Halloween kind of feeling to the movie with the rotting pumpkins and the decorations. And I think this movie can be watched at Halloween every single year. The music, like I said, by Drum and Lace is fantastic. It has this atmospheric just tone to it that really surprised me in a lot of ways. I think this is the scariest movie of the year. I was completely freaked out by this movie. By the way, the music was the person who did the music for this also did the music for I Know He Did Last Summer TV show, which isn't that great, but Night Teeth, which is a pretty good, decent vampire movie, which was on Netflix in 21. And by the way, Katie and I have reviewed that movie, so you can check it out here in our description of reviews. But I digress. Go see this movie. It will freak you out. I agree with most critics. The ending to this movie is clunky as hell. It's so clunky. It's so abrupt, and it's so frustrating because the rest of the movie I think is amazing. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it is a unbelievably sleeper hit horror movie. I know everyone's talking about Talk to Me being a big hit and very scary as well, but I think Cobweb is the film that you need to go and see in theaters right now before it leaves, because I saw it nearly an almost empty theater, and that helped the atmosphere of the theater. I hope this movie does well and it finds its audience in some way against Barbie and Oppenheimer, but this film needs to be seen by people because I jumped. I hate jump scares, but there were times in this movie that I was just like this, just waiting for the thing to happen or whatever that I knew was going to happen that was going to freak me out. And it was slow moving at times leading up to it, and it freaked the hell out of me. go see this movie Cobwebs. Like I said, I saw it at AMC in Framingham, and I know it's playing at like very few theaters. That's the thing. A lot of people had problems trying to find this movie too, and I think it's only playing in theaters. It's not streaming, which is great because the streaming at the same time in theaters I think is really hurting a lot of things. But go see it if you absolutely have a chance to, and it's playing at a theater near you. Or obviously just wait till it comes on streaming because that'll probably happen in just a few weeks. But hopefully in time for Halloween as well, because this is a film I'm definitely also going to be picking up and adding to my collection too. I think this is going to be like The Night House. It's going to be that horror movie that comes in and out of theaters, and then people are just going to be like, wait, what was that movie? Yes, go see it. Absolutely brilliant. Again, if you absolutely love Anthony Starr as Homelander on The Boys, his performance in it is jarring sometimes, and Lizzie Kaplan is just as creepy. So go see this film. Thank you, everyone. Like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And Katie will be back with me to talk about Talk to Me, I think, at the end of the week.